I took her. She said we should hook up the boyfriend and boogie. Don't know me, then look on. I'm being the clouds. Pool full of Henny, I drink and I drown.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam from Harkey Fishing, and with another weekly fishing report. It's coming to you this Thursday. We fished last night, Wednesday, and we fished till about 1 in the morning this morning. And you know, the fishing was tough. Welcome to fall. Little quick lake information. Lake level sitting at 915.98, so they've actually dropped the lake about 6 inches, and that water's coming down a little, and that's pretty normal this time of year. That's getting closer to normal. They drop it from 917 normal pool to 915 for the winter and fall to prepare for rains, and so that's pretty normal. Water temperature has dropped. We've had some nice cool days. If you hadn't been able to get out in the evenings or mornings and enjoy it, it has been nice. The lake levels, like I said, about 915, 98 or so down about 6 inches, and so it's man, it's been a typical fall where one day you can really catch them good and then the next night you may not. So we've been out several times. A lot of the year-end tournaments are coming up in the next several weeks, and so we've been out practicing a lot. I've been at Branson, fished Indian Point last week, and did pretty good at night on a spinnerbait. And then I came to Mid-Lake around the Kimberling area, and that's where I fished last night. Threw a blade a lot, and honestly, that's what we did catch our fish on, but we had one keeper that weighed 2.6. So, you know, nice solid fish, but certainly not the numbers, and I shouldn't say it's not the quality. We do want that kind of quality, but honestly, we're looking for those fish that are in the 3 to 4 pound category. So it does seem to me like the bite's been a little better up the White River, but gosh, that's a tricky thing. There's certain areas of the lake that seem to get hot every now and then. So if you're going out this weekend, just a quick thing about what to do. If you're going fishing in the daytime, you know, man, throw a plopper. You may not put 10 fish in the boat or 15 fish in the boat, but usually when you do catch one, it's a pretty good sized one and a nice one. You know, first thing in the morning, that topwater is the thing to throw. You can throw a popar or a spook, something like that as well. But honestly, I'm a pretty big fan of that Berkeley Chapo or your whopper plopper, and I've been using the bone color. If it's a little brighter later in the morning, sometimes that monkey butt color, the clear colors transparent colors will work a little better. So, you know, keep that in mind if you're out that first few hours. After that, I've been using the Chompers 5/8 green pumpkin purple flake jig. Boy, that jig is just fantastic. And I've been really trying to fish that in brush and you know, areas that there's lay down, stuff like that, flipping at obvious cover. You know, when you want to know where to fish that jig at, it's a little tricky just to go down a barren bank and fish that because it's slow. And so we try to do you know, really structure-oriented fishing on that. We're throwing at maybe a standing timber or a brush pile or a rock pile or a lay down, something that's specifically that we're casting for. You know, this is the time of year in the fall that those fish will start moving from the 20 to 30 foot range, and a lot of them will start moving up shallow in these pea gravel pockets. They're going to start congregating in. A spinnerbait, a daytime spinnerbait. Usually I use a twin willow blade. I like to use the smaller blade and in a chrome nickel, and then the upper blade in a fairly good size blade. Like I'll use a 6 or even a 7 willow leaf in a gold color, and I like a white and chartreuse spinnerbait. That just always works in the fall. One of the best techniques for that is to find standing timber on points and stuff like that, and just burn that spinnerbait to where it almost makes a wave on the top of the water. You know, you fish that thing pretty fast. And on the contrary, just a quick note on the nighttime spinnerbait where we're throwing the big fat Colorado blade, I actually like to really slow roll that one, even bounce it off the rocks, the trees, the stuff on the bottom a little bit. And so, you know, two totally different techniques, day fishing and night fishing, and that's one of the reasons we make this fishing report. We do a lot of night fishing. There's really nobody out there giving reports on night fishing, and so, you know, keep that in mind. If you're in the daytime, like I said, start with that Chapo, finish up with a jig or even a 10.5-inch plum worm, old monsters where it may work great. You can also still find some on that square bill. This is the time that they'll start really congregating, and this is the time I usually throw the bigger square bill, the 2.5s. Not that the 1.5s won't catch them. They'll actually probably catch more fish, I just like catching those little bit bigger ones. We're trying to catch above average fish, so throw that square bill. If you're fishing at night right now, you want to be throwing the 10.5-inch worm, a jig, or a spinnerbait. I mean, you can really narrow it down. A crawl will work. You know, when I say a jig, I do mean a jig. I throw that Chomper's twin tail pretty much exclusively at night. But you can use a Z hog, a Z craw. Gosh, they're a Christie craw. You can Texas rig just about any craw. They like those crawdads at night. So anything your favorite, and I would stress that. I mean, that's a whole different topic, but that's the mental part of the game. Is you want to fish something that's you know, that you're confident in. And so a craw or something similar to that's going to work really good. So, you know, water temperature is cooling off. I like this, and the air temperatures are cooling off. This is a fun time of year to fish. Don't get frustrated, though, if you go out one night and have a bad night, because I'm telling you, it'll turn around and you'll have a spectacular night a few later. So until we meet again, keep those lines wet. Get out and enjoy the great outdoors. Table Rock's one of the most beautiful lakes in the country. Get out there and enjoy it. Traffic is far lower now that Labor Day is over, and it should just get less and less and less. So it's just a real peaceful time for us to get out and just enjoy God's creation and just, heck, have a great time. So till next time, we'll see you.